ahead, crack this shit up so I can flame your ass on this hoe.
You're not
quick.
gonna flame nobody because you're gonna get ate up.
I'm gonna flame your ass too.
Wait,
nah, this not no smoke you don't want, baby.
Nah, guess what? She got my back.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
She got my back like a 4/5 Cadillac.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
we gonna get on y'all ass Alabama style. Don't play with it.
Don't play with it.
Y'all might be some little. Y'all are minor cities and we're major cities.
Don't
okay.
Play with it.
Y'all are minor cities and we're major
cities.
A minor. Y'all are A minor. We're A major. Don't play with it.
But the rawest niggas come out them. So don't
you think so though?
Listen, shout out to my alarm brother Thomas. He got married in the Gump, the 334. And when I tell you that road trip, it wasn't shit out there. I was like,
it's giving real sweet home Alabama.
I was like, where am I at? I was like, what in Plantation is going on?
Hey man, wait a minute.
Hold on. I will say though, I've had my fair share of really good people from Alabama. I will tell you that. I will.
Yeah, I mean,
now
listen.
that shit country as hell. They definitely be eating possum. We love that, but not me.
Parts of it, y'all.
Well, hold
y'all
on.
tripping.
Y'all tripping. Hold up.
They clearly ain't never been.
No, because I had a boyfriend from Alabama, and when
what part?
What was it? Athens,
Downtown.
Alabama, and it was a dry
Well,
area,
it's
and we
like
couldn't get no liquor on Sunday.
Athens is like a Shelbyville or something.
Right.
Okay.
That ain't.
And then he took me to church. He took me to church, and that pastor had the longest prayer.
Yeah,
known to man. He said, "Heavenly Father" after every other word. Thank you, Heavenly Father.
That's damn near the border, nigga.
Heavenly Father. We know he loved Jesus.
Well, amen. We love that for him.
Amen.
I wasn't that saved at the time, so I was like, "This is really taking a long time." I get it now.
But just so y'all know, we have been recording this, which is great.
That's fine.
Hello, everybody.
We have.
What up, y'all?
Yeah, we 2
What
minutes
it do?
in now.
Right.
What the business is?
What's happening?
What's happening?
What's up? Don't y'all miss the early 2000s?
Yeah.
With a little snap music?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Soldier Boy up in there. Oh, yeah, that was lit.
I remember that.
She said, "Oh, like we like 10 years old." The fuck is wrong with her, bro?
I remember that snap.
Worry about yourself, man.
Y'all supposed to be Bama buddies.
Right.
Hey, now she's saying, man. Oh my god.
You know why? You know why? Because she came to the M with me. What's up?
I don't care. That's my Bama buddy. We don't
It
say
don't matter
man.
because she my Memphis main
We
too.
say
What's
mine
up?
when you done live in Memphis, man.
Hello.
Here we go. Maine.
Maine.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Nigga, your ass ain't from Memphis. You ain't from neither one of them motherfuckers. So you stay your ass in the goddamn dirty South Atlanta, nigga.
I'm from Atlanta, shouty.
Shouty.
Hey,
Shouty.
G.
Y'all heavy on that.
But anyway, welcome to the G Talk podcast. As you can see, we've been kind of clowning lately, but we here on a Sunday evening,
Sunday, baby.
Sunday after Valentine's.
Too much already.
Chill out. Hope you had a good Valentine's.
We're straight.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna ask too many questions. I want to incriminate y'all, but listen, I ain't gonna pry, but I got some special guests in here. Matter of fact, they all knew. We got Sophie to the right of me.
Hey y'all, what's good? This is Soph.
Yeah, Soph, my bad. Yeah,
by way of Brooklyn all the way to the M. So, yeah.
All right, and then next to her we have Jasmyne from the Gump.
From the Gump. Hey y'all, what's up? Your girl Jasmyne.
Ain't that 334? Yeah.
334. What time is it?
All right, and then last but not least, we got my pro fight.
Boo.
We got the
Get off him. Well, you know what? No. Go
we
ahead.
got Birmingham's finest in the building. We got a rare sighting.
Rare sighting.
We got Chris Lovett.
Type of bird that only flies south.
Hold on, man. You don't interrupt it. We got Chris Lovett in the building. Make some noise.
What it do, man? 205 finest, baby.
205.
205, boy. We keep it live.
That's what we do, nigga.
On Channel 5.
What was that? The Magic City Classic?
Magic City Classic.
I never been to that, but I've been meaning to go to that. Like, I never went to that.
You
never been to that either.
So matter of fact,
both of y'all tripping.
My senior year, I marched in band at TSU, and we went to Alabama State.
Mm-hmm.
And we played y'all at y'all stadium. I ain't gonna lie, y'all like Alabama State fans rude as hell.
They are.
Like they rude as fuck.
What they did to y'all?
Man, they was booing.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I already know what they did.
Man, but
I just want to hear you say it.
But the funny thing is though, as the game went on, they tone changed.
Because they realized what it was.
Oh yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. So 2014.
I was trying to let y'all know what's going on before y'all got there. Y'all didn't want to listen to me.
Man, listen, we was marching in. They were like, man, y'all niggas slop. Y'all niggas trash. We like, the what? So we like, all right, bet. They put like a battery in our back. But toward the middle and end,
it's the battery for me.
They definitely switched sides because unfortunately that year Alabama State didn't sound the best because I actually grew up being an Alabama State fan. As far as
I'm so sorry to hear that.
But
sorry,
but like that year was an off year.
Y'all sleep.
And, that's unfortunate.
And yeah,
they
like
between State and A&M. They ain't even the best.
They like really.
Thank you.
You talking about?
Alabama A&M.
Not no Alabama A&M.
I know you ain't talking about Alabama A&M.
A&M band way better than State. Y'all crazy.
First off, ain't no band from Alabama that good. No way. Let's be real.
Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute.
Y'all going in on my home state.
Let's be real now.
Now you tripping.
Hold on now.
Now you tripping.
AF.
Well,
now you tripping.
Miles College made a comeback.
That's about the only one. That's about the only one, though.
But that's from you. Just
you know why though?
Zero.
You did.
You know why Miles
they had
good?
to crawl out the damn trenches for it, though.
Nigga, you know what Miles from? That's 205, baby. That's Birmingham. You better recognize, nigga.
From it,
but also, Miles College, their band director is from Tennessee State.
Hello, thank you, somebody.
That's still Birmingham.
It took somebody from the volunteer state to go ahead and do that, though.
But that's still Birmingham.
Shout out to Brian Knowles.
That's still Birmingham, Alabama.
It don't
baby.
matter,
you better
baby.
recognize.
But you know, actually, Alabama has the most HBCUs, so shout out to
They
Alabama.
do. Alabama. You know what? We're going to give credit where it's due.
Tuskegee.
And they got plenty of history, baby, when it comes to all of us.
We got Bama State.
Hey, listen, respect.
You want me to keep going?
Actually, I'm with A&M.
Miles, you said
Miles, you want me to keep going?
I almost went to A&M. For real.
I did not.
A&M is a vibe though.
I could have been.
I definitely recommend
we got that. We got that.
Listen,
we got
I could have been
that back and forth next year. Alabama and coming to us, and then we going to Huntsville.
Yeah, but
that shit finna be lit.
It's a vibe.
That shit finna be lit. Y'all better pull up on us. We gonna have. We might have a podcast out in Nashville for this damn shit. Come on, baby.
Actually, could have been Gamma Phi.
Oh my!
Get the fuck out of here.
But you know what Alabama State called themselves?
I know.
Beta Zeta non-grader.
I know.
That's horrible.
It's only one. It's
only
one non-grader, baby.
But I ain't gonna lie though, them noose was fine down there.
It's only one. That's fine. That's fine, but it's only one non-grader.
You right, sis.
I'm just saying the nooses be fine. That's all I'm saying.
It's only one non-grader though. They can be fine, whatever the fuck they want to be.
Them niggas was hood as fuck when I seen them.
They can be whatever they want to be.
They can be hood and still be fine. That's all I'm saying.
But it's only one non-grader. I ain't gonna say that no more.
I know too much.
You know something about a hood nigga downstairs.
I ain't gonna say that shit again. Well, I said it one more time because she didn't hear me the first 5 times. I said
got a mouthful of gold.
It's only one non-grader.
Represent.
And that's Alpha Theta, baby.
I'm happy for you, bro.
Have you ever met an Alpha Theta noob aside from us?
No.
I don't think I have. Actually.
No.
Okay. Well,
it took her too long to answer the question.
But I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
If you did, you would remember.
Oh well, I guess I ain't.
That's why I said. That's why I said it took her too long to remember.
I will say this from my own personal experience. My good sis.
ISO.
Okay.
ISO.
So when it comes,
I'm watching the All-Star game. ISO, Garland, ISO. Because that's what Sophie finna do.
I was really finna give y'all credit, but okay.
Come on,
when it comes to Alpha Theta, non-grader, we gotta give it the whole name. They are not necessarily few and far between, but you have to choose wisely.
I don't even know what that means.
They are wonderful brothers overall. Mm-hmm. They cool. The ones that I've experienced, the ones that I've grew up with, they are great brothers. Mm-hmm. They cool. However, you know, you got your little exceptions to the rules.
Hey man, listen.
All right.
I never had that real experience of necessarily being like hurt or quote unquote traumatized by a noob or whatever. I've never had those experiences because I knew the noobs well enough that I was on the good side of the grass. I was cool.
I ain't gonna lie.
You know, but
I ain't gonna lie. Nowadays, I kind of use that. Like I like mention that last. That you
Alpha Theta.
Or yeah, just in general, because like.
So y'all out here traumatizing folks. That's what that is.
No.
You can't leave with it.
No. But what I'm saying is everyone's experience is different. So there has been moments where women regardless of if it's us, like our chapter or not, it might have been like a Kappa somewhere, and they had a bad experience.
And they're like, we don't mess with them newts. Just the same way as women like, don't pet that dog.
I mean, listen,
you know, it's the same thing.
I always tell women,
because I'm still not gonna pet that dog, even though I done pet a few.
If you lie down with dogs, you arouse with fleas.
Yikes!
Not the one I let.
What?
You sure? Did you get a flea check?
Sir, I'm good. I'm Gucci bandana. Okay.
All right.
Lift every voice.
It's Black History Month, y'all.
Happy Black History Month.
And happy Valentine's.
And then my uncle was roadside, so I couldn't play with him if I tried to. For real.
My great uncle was roadside.
Yeah, so I couldn't play with him if I tried.
But let's talk about them AKAs.
Ooh,
Why y'all doing
let us tread lightly, sir.
Cause y'all playing.
What are we talking about AKA for?
What about
I love them.
Hey, listen.
Thank you.
Listen, AKA ain't nothing without a cap in the middle.
Shh, cap.
Wait, nah, bro.
Cap.
Damn.
Cap.
Wow.
Where's that? Where's the thumbs down? Boo sound. Cause what?
So I got that from my
cricket sound.
I got that from my old.
Sorry, Jazz. He got me there. He got me there.
Hey, listen. I learned that from my old head. He said, AKA ain't nothing but a cap in the middle. I was thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna use that.
And you're gonna fail every time.
But I do love the K's though.
Thank you.
I love the K's.
Put some respect on our name.
And take it from somebody who is non-Greek.
Put some respect on your
I love
name,
all
though.
Divine Nine. I don't see no beef with
What's
none.
your? Oh, what?
I said I don't see no beef with none of the Divine Nine. I think they all stand for wonderful purposes. I think they all do great services. I think that they all really stand for great purposes because at the end of the day, they could be fighting each other. They could be beating down on one another. They could be out here robbing and stealing. They could be not trying to uplift each other. They could be not trying to put somebody in the right position. But I digress. From someone who is not Greek, I have seen it time and time again. It don't matter which one you are, K or Delta or Kappa or Alpha or Omega or, you know, a Zeta or a Sigma. It don't matter. A poodle. It don't matter. I've always seen them build each other up. And, you know, they have their little niches.
It's like friendly competition.
It is friendly competition, but they still gonna ride for one another.
Listen, I always say this. People talking about black business. Black business thrives. You know why? Because all of our organizations, well, most of them have been around for 100 plus years. And at the end of it says INC. So that goes to show you that black business works.
Yeah.
You know, and even in the adult world, like, as we all know, we are the minority for a reason. So it's been times where it's people who may be hiring positions. He might be a Q. But guess what? Just because we black and Greek and might want to HBCU, he was like, yo, I got you.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it ain't no.
I agree.
It ain't no. Oh no, nigga. Like it's once we get into the real world,
it's legit community.
It's like I bet, like I got you,
for real.
I got you, type.
Agree.
You know what I'm saying? So even when people come under me, like if I could help them and they have to be Greek, I'm out. Yeah, I got you. Like, come on, I got you.
Shout out to the Divine Nine, everybody. Shout out to the Divine Nine.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Uplifting the people out here. We love that.
What's the chapter at your school called?
IL to 5.
Okay, IL to 5. All right. Sound like y'all were chartered like recently.
1975.
Okay, all right.
We will
Shout
turn
to
50 this year.
Bam.
Shout out to
50 years in the game. I love that for you.
Shout out to 50.
What y'all gonna do? ...
To be continued.
Well, there are a lot of activities.
We might be trying to pull up. What's up?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, that's hometown for me.
But you know what?
I'm going as a spectator.
You know what I've always wanted to do was show up to a boule or like actually I have been to a regional conference.
Show up to a boule.
But I want to show up to a boule though.
Show up to a boule.
I want to show up to a boule to see how y'all get down. Do y'all really get down or like, are y'all conservative? Because me,
do you go to boule?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't do boule.
You should.
I'm sure I should at some point.
Have you ever been to a conclave?
I went when I'm at my what'd you say?
No.
Have you ever been to a conclave?
No. No. Are you going to conclave?
No.
I'm in that bitch.
You going to Phoenix?
Yes, sir.
When you going to Phoenix, sir?
I'm going to Phoenix 4th of July weekend.
I'll be in Baltimore though in 2027.
Why you won't go to Phoenix? Because it's too hot?
Well, it's just
I don't want to hear no goddamn excuses.
I'm not on the board, so like
I'm not on the board either.
Yeah. Anyway,
hold on. What's this side conversation I got going on over here?
We're saying that not everybody that's listening is part of Divine Nine.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, let's change the subject, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get into the real topics.
All right. So off mic, we discovered Lovett is like a Drake stan. So we are here to debate that. How'd you feel about the latest album, Lovett?
A Drake stan?
Yes.
You are a Drake stan. You a lover boy, Lovett.
I mean, because you kind of going hard.
Can y'all explain what Drake stan means?
You like please? 10 toes down. The fact that you're willing to argue over him means you're a stan.
What the fuck does Drake stan mean, nigga?
So you heard of like Beyonce and her Beehive, like how people just be like, crazy behind Beyonce. It's kind of like that. That's what it means to be a stan.
Well, I'm not a stan. I'm not that crazy.
Okay.
Because Beehive, they don't miss concerts.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of,
first off, I'm part of Beehive, and I'm missing this one. I'm missing Cowboy Carter because I'm not finna give her $800 out of my rent to go ahead and go to that show. She tripping. She big tripping.
I will not own.
I love me some B. I will. Now somebody trying to give me a little ticket. I'm gonna be up in there and I'm gonna be with my little cowboy hat and everything else.
We're not talking about you. So we talking about Beehive.
I done heard
people in the Beehive people in the Beehive do not miss her concerts.
I done seen people
I think it's on a continuum, like extreme Beehive to like entry level Beehive. Maybe
there's a spectrum of the Beehive.
So there's levels to that shit.
There's definitely a level to the Beehive.
Beehive spectrum disorder.
Shut up.
Cause listen.
Well, to answer your question, his last album
was 2 packs of.
Go ahead.
Nigga, are you gonna allow me to talk?
Go.
His last album, as I explained to Sophie on Instagram, Facebook, was not to defend the beef. People gotta realize that. His last album, he dropped it with Party Next Door, which is an R&B artist,
which is actually Smoke and Mirrors.
Cause
Party wasn't really on that album.
Facts.
Party definitely was on the album. You got to listen to it.
Barely.
No, you got to listen to it.
Continue, sir.
He dropped it on February 14th, which is
Valentine's Day.
He dropped it for the ladies, nigga, and for the niggas who trying to get their ladies in the mood. Give me a hug.
That's the only one you can name, though.
No, that's not the only one I can name. That's the first one to come to mind because that's the best one. That's the best one. That's the best one. That's the best one on the album.
But I think I'm gonna be honest because I'm gonna tag team off what you're saying. Yeah, it may sound like a simp song, but we met Drake as a simp.
Like, no, we did not meet Drake.
If you run it back to like 2009,
yes, we did. What are you talking about?
I like Drake with the melodies.
Baby, you my everything. We met him on some simp type stuff.
That's true.
So it's like that's true Drake. That's how we even got to know him in the first place.
And we loved him that way.
Okay, right. but
and then when Kendrick said go back to singing fucking R&B songs, nigga, what he do? What he do though? Tell me what he did. Tell me what he did though.
Just because you met somebody as an R&B singer don't mean that's how they gotta stay.
My statement still stands.
Look at actors. Actors may act in a
my statement still
love
stands.
movie, but that don't mean they always got to play a love movie. The way you elevate yourself is to change genres.
But also actors can be typecasted though.
No,
that's the thing. And so I think he typecasted himself.
I want to
change genres.
Yeah, but I want to take what you said though because that's valid. It is valid for people to evolve and be different and want to experiment and do all those things. So I'll give you that. I think my thing with Drake is like it feels like he just put on outfits.
Correct. So nigga, you came from Degrassi.
Let me finish my thought, friend.
Sorry,
sis. So but it's like he put on outfits. So it's like, ooh, I want to try this out. So let me go over here and act real hard. Ooh, I want to pull on my Memphis ties. So let me do this. Like it feels like he just be trying on stuff. And so for me, I've always liked Drake's stuff. I want Drake to evolve as an artist, but I want him to do it in a way that feels more authentic. It doesn't connect with me from a place of authenticity. That doesn't mean it's not authentic, but that's just how I feel about it. So I do hear what you're saying about evolution, but when Kendrick was saying some of the stuff he said, I was like, dang, I've been feeling this way. Because I ain't been rocking with Drake since like 2017.
So let me ask you a question. You said it's like you try on stuff, right? So if I grow up, and I wear Nikes or and I ain't never went to a Gucci store before, but I started making money, and I started wearing Gucci, and I started trying on Gucci. Is that a problem?
I think it's a different concept.
No. The question is that a problem?
Well, that's a false parallel.
But that's what I was about to say. I understand what you're saying. I'm trying this on to see if I like it. For me, it feels like I'm trying this on to appeal to this demographic, to appear a certain way. And that's when the inauthenticity for me comes in.
Can I interject?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm so glad that you brought that up, making sure that it's an authenticity of something that he is doing. This is the same way that people view Beyonce, because time and time again, and me and G was just talking about this earlier today, that she has been shorted multiple times of winning Album of the Year. Should she have won Album of the Year this year with the Cowboy Carter album? I don't think so, personally. From a person who has played Beyonce albums over and over again, when I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I hate a nigga or whatever, I've always played her. And so for me, for her to win Cowboy Carter as the Album of the Year, I especially beating like other artists like Billie Eilish, and I rock with my girl Billie. I feel like she should have won personally, but I don't think that was credited. But they gave it to her because her husband decided to throw a fit last year. So they was like, here, it was almost like a here nigga here type of deal. I feel like because Beyonce has literally jumped from genre to genre to genre. She was a pop girl. She was a girls group girl. She was an individual artist. She has now branched out into country. She done went to the to dance hall. She's gone all the way to voguing. Ballroom. She's done it all. And so for her to get shunned every year after year after year, she has tried different demographics. But because now people are starting to pick up on stuff that she ain't winning the way that she should, they decided to finally give her the Here Nigga Here album of the year, you know? That's the same way Drake is not that authentic, because now you running back trying to be the hard nigga. That's how you was before, you know? You was trying to be the hard nigga and nobody was feeling you. We were not feeling Drake the way that we was feeling.
So here's the thing that I told somebody on Facebook. I was like, just because you sing R&B don't mean you ain't hard.
Sir, first off, Drake can't sing because you take him off auto-tune. That nigga cannot motherfucking sing.
But that's
he is not T-Pain. Let's be real with yourself.
But
I got a question
just because you make R&B does not mean
he was not making R&B. He was just making regular basic hip hop.
You know what I'm trying to say. Because he wasn't a rapper.
Drake had a lane of his own.
What was his lane?
He was the lover boy.
Is that R&B or not?
No.
Lover Boy is not R&B.
Baby, R&B is Luther Vandross.
And
R&B is Neo.
Luther Vandross
is Mario.
They not Lover Boys?
It's not a cheer.
They not Lover Boys?
They are Lover Boys. But
ain't that what I just asked you? I just asked that same question. No.
You have if we were to play samples of Luther and Neo, they are two totally different. They are
That's
different
not
demographics
what I just
than
asked.
Drake.
All I asked was.
What was your question?
All I asked was what Drake was doing was R&B.
No.
But then you just compared and saying that he's a lover boy. But then you said
he is a lover boy within his own lane, but not R&B though.
So what is he?
He's a hip hop artist. There's hip hop and there's R&B. He's a hip hop lover boy, but he ain't hard. Correct.
I think there's a fusion because I feel like Chris Brown does that too.
Correct.
So I feel like Chris and Drake are kind of like in this weird fusion-y place where Drake is maybe a little more hip hop with like, I don't know, seasoned with R&B maybe. And Chris,
I don't think Drake is R&B at all. Okay. I don't think he's R&B. However, he makes R&B music.
So let me ask you this, Love it. Because Drake has changed his style over the years, which we talked about. But let's think about Jermaine Cole, right? J. Cole, right?
J. Cole.
Like J. Cole, that man ain't switch up. But we still love him. You know why? Because he's good at what he does.
He's authentic.
Because I do remember the whole nothing was the same or whatever. I remember when If You're Reading This, It's Too Late.
Who was that?
It was kind of a shift too, which was
sure.
cool. But then like what was that in 2015 or 2016? No, it was 2015 because I was still in college. But when it did the Hotline Bling, I'm like, all right, okay, little Afro beats type, you know.
My mom would love that song.
I love that.
But like also too, then it just kept switching, and it was like, all right, you know, though, saying if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So like,
Period. There you go.
I just I don't know. I mean, I get branching out, but sometimes it's cool to stick with what works. Is all I'm saying.
Yep.
Especially if it's true for you.
Yeah.
A perfect example with Luther Vandross. He decided he was going to be like a major artist in his own right. He created his own lane and did what he had to do, you know. But at the same time, you know, once hip hop started making it their own debut within the early 90s and 2000s, then you have Luther Vandross. You have Luther Vandross coming talking about, excuse me, miss.
Yeah.
What's
so,
your name?
I'll take you out to. Yeah. So that was actually in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did you see that Luther documentary?
I have not seen it.
It is so good.
You should
watch.
But yeah, like in the early 2000s, right before he passed away, he was basically forced by his label to acclimate to the current times.
Yep.
Yeah.
What I miss?
What was talking about how
and he didn't have to write. They made him sing other people's lyrics instead of his own.
So here's the thing. Like, what the trend? I think we're like missing the trend of great artists. Like Wayne switched from rap to rock. He didn't go.
That
to
was
R&B.
temporary.
He didn't go.
That was temporary.
But he still switched.
It was temporary though.
But he still switched. We're not talking about what's temporary, what's
but
not
then he
right
switched
now.
back.
We're talking about
So did Tina Turner.
okay, because when you great, you can make those type of switches.
Can Drake do that though?
That's what makes you.
But
great.
can't Drake do that though?
He
I think
switched
commercially
back. He go back and forth.
Commercially, can he do that? But I'm talking about when we're older and we're in our 70s and we have children who have children. Are those children playing this hard thug type of Drake? Or are they playing Loverboy Drake?
They gonna play both.
Nah.
I don't know if the kids gonna play this. I'm
Nah.
gonna be honest. I don't see.
They're not gonna play this latest album. No.
Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie. So even earlier today, before y'all got here, we was prepping the food, and we was playing Luther, but we were like, "Yo, we still listening to Luther,
Right.
and we
Yeah,
are
but
in our early 30s."
But a lot
Early.
Of these,
Please
a lot of
clarify,
these
it's early.
A lot of these artists that's coming out, that's out now, we're not gonna be like playing them like Luther. Like you don't have a lot of those artists no more.
Yeah,
You just don't. That's why they say. That's why our parents and our grandparents say they don't make the music that they used to make back in the day because we don't have any of those artists.
Well,
But
we saying that now.
But I think we have some artists. Like
We
we
got
may
some.
not have as many, but
We
I
got
think
some.
like when I think about some of the hip hop artists that's like gonna have longevity, Drake is not one of those.
I disagree.
What you think? You think Drake is gonna have
Yeah.
longevity?
I do.
Yes.
In terms of his music,
I do. I think this album was a flop. Personally, I like me some Drake. Personally,
finish
and
my thought.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna finish my thought. So essentially, what I'm saying is like Jay-Z has timeless stuff. Nas has timeless stuff. When we think about Sugar Hill Gang and like all of that stuff is timeless. So I don't look at anything Drake has put out and see it that way.
What?
I don't. I promise you, I don't. Like 2-3 generations from now, listening to some of Drake's songs. Maybe the ones that was trending on TikTok that people bring back, but I don't see any of Drake's songs doing that.
I disagree.
You can
So-
disagree.
so-
And that's okay.
So Jasmine,
Hold on.
Jasmine,
So you don't
I do
think?
And that's
so
me
you
coming
don't
from a
think
person who's
nothing-
not a real
So
big
you don't
Drake
think
stan.
nothing on Take Care will ever come back
The
around?
Take Care album is
I'm not
is
saying
timeless.
that nothing will ever come back around. My opinion is that I do not see a Drake being like a Sugar Hill Gang or like a Dougie Fresh. I don't see that.
He not them.
He's
No.
not them. But what I'm saying is what they are for the culture, I do not see Drake being that.
Okay.
So
for the
that's
culture,
what I'm
yes.
talking about. Like,
for the
I
culture,
don't see
yes.
him being that for the culture. The way that we had that those moments in the 90s, those moments in the 80s, 70s, every generation you can go back and you can timestamp certain people from those generations.
So then who would you
timestamp?
Drake is
not one of those people.
Shoot,
who would you timestamp?
I think Lil Wayne would be one of those people to represent a timestamp.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
for sure.
I could see J. Cole being one of those people.
Yeah.
I could see K-Dot being one of them people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, honestly,
You a hater, bro.
I mean, so okay.
I don't know about K-Dot.
One thing
is a big staple, bro.
One thing that I really can't stand about this beef is that people act like this beef really put Kendrick on the map.
Nah, Kendrick been
I
on the
literally
map.
skipped band practice in 2013 to see this man at Vanderbilt.
Yep.
It was Wale, Kendrick, and I forget who else. I think it was just them two. But bro, folks that like Good Kid, Mad City ain't a thing.
Man,
Oh, no,
five.
it's
Like, hello,
Five.
damn.
So here's the thing. To be a timestamp.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Right.
To Pimp a Butterfly. To be a timestamp.
Like people just act like that don't
in
exist.
in your era, you have to be top 5.
Dog. Okay.
Go ahead, keep talking.
In this era, and we talking about within the last
20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
Is Kendrick top 5?
Hold on. I don't know if I like that question.
Wait, you said 20 years? He went around.
Let's even do 10 years. Last
yes,
10 years.
Yes, 10 years, yes. Because if you think about Good Kid, Mad City, damn.
In the last 10 years?
And like
Hell yeah, Kendrick.
Good Kid,
is
Mad
a-
City,
but
damn, to a Pimp a Butterfly.
Do you know who all is in the last 10 years? Because I don't think you do.
But let's even pull out from there, right? Because what big cultural moment did we have in the last 10 years?
Exactly.
Black Panther. Who was a part of that Black
Kendrick.
Panther album? Kendrick. So you can't even ignore that part
Well,
of it.
I mean,
even if we're not just talking
for
about the
that,
music, but
yes.
okay, cool.
We talking about are we talking about lyrically? Or are we talking about?
Are we talking about
culture?
art?
I'm talking about art. I'm talking
about
about
the arts in
culture.
general.
Let me tell you something.
The arts, Kendrick is number 1 for sure.
Okay,
But
and
like,
so
even culture.
Kendrick
And the
Kendrick
culture.
is wonderful. Drake appeals to the masses, and that's
No,
not just
Drake
no,
appeals to the women.
No, Drake appeals to the masses
To the
because
women.
because
He appeals
I really hate to say this on the podcast, but the Caucasians, they feel safe
I have no clue.
with Drake. They do not feel safe with Kendrick. Y'all listening to me? Y'all making me mad.
Wait,
Yeah, we listening, but we also
I
watching
said
the
Drake-
All-Star game. And this some
We
bullshit.
definitely watching the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And we like, what's going
It
on?
is some wild shit happening. Like niggas.
I don't know what the hell going on.
Niggas is
Hey,
happy
audience,
as hell.
tell us what the hell going on.
I
'Cause we
wanna
the
stay
hell
in the
don't
pile of
know.
money.
Shit.
30
So
million
we got a white
mascots
boy
and some
and
weird stuff. He had some
he's
money.
sending $100,000.
Hey, shit. Hey, bring me some. Hey, that's who is that white boy right here?
Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast.
Who the hell is Mr. Beast?
Right there.
Who is he?
He's
a rapper?
No. He's the influencer.
Yeah, social media influencer.
But sorry, my bad. But
Sorry,
even just like rappers who are influential. I mean, I'm a little biased, but I'm from Atlanta. But bro, Ludacris.
Period.
Yeah.
Like Ludacris doesn't get as much.
I will put,
He really doesn't.
and that's what I was saying. Like I will put Ludacris over Kendrick, but
What?
Well, different eras though.
different
I was just gonna
eras,
say,
different
different
eras.
eras.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Different eras, but
Yeah.
but like
Calm
respect
down,
though.
so.
Ain't nobody mad. G.
You
that's a
said
good
what?
point.
Like,
Right.
calm down. Like,
I
Ludacris was doing the shit that Kendrick doing now, but Kendrick is doing it in a more powerful way. And the reason why I say that is because at church today, that's exactly what the message was. When you are distracted by power,
Well,
you get distracted in a way that you can't be powerful.
Mm.
And Kendrick was not distracted by his power because he said, I don't care, I'm going to stand on business.
Period.
Ludacris came back into the scene. It was like, I'm just gonna
That's real.
chill.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
But had Ludacris just did what he said he was gonna do, Ludacris and T.I. would have already done what
That's
Kendrick
real.
is doing
Do
right
it
now.
now.
That's real.
but see, I
give that.
you know
real.
what? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
real.
real.
That's real.
But sometimes I hate to shoot bail, but you just gotta give deference to time
Correct.
because
Yeah,
like
you do.
like just the timing of it. Sometimes it's just on the line, right? Like now, like whenever Kendrick did it, it was the right time. But,
I wouldn't even say the time. I wouldn't even say time. I just say
But people weren't really bucking the system.
people
for
wasn't
real,
bucking the
for real.
system. But
then
and I hate to even bring. Well, I know I don't hate to bring this shit up, but we just didn't use our voice the way we needed to use our voice. And Kendrick said, "Fuck that shit. I'm finna use my voice."
But you gotta think about
on the biggest stage.
But you gotta think about what happened leading up to that. Like Kaepernick had to take the first hit,
and you know what Kaepernick didn't do? He didn't continue to use his voice because he was scared to use his voice.
No,
Kendrick,
they shut him down.
Yeah, they shut him down. But just because you get shut down don't mean you stop. Our ancestors didn't stop.
Well, all I'm saying is
our ancestors didn't stop.
Are you on FaceTime? Yeah, so we got another special guest. We got
my daughter
here.
Yeah. So if y'all hear some
small voices,
then you know who it is. But yeah, I just feel that there are some acts, even with like Big Sean, right? Like, where'd she get the energy from?
She talks about her mama. That's why.
I feel
definitely not her fucking mama. And we can start that conversation now if you want to.
We'll go there next.
Well, before
abortions.
Oh yeah, so speaking of the
sheesh.
Yeah, speaking of the NBA, Yeah, so
yeah.
So, all right, well go ahead, listen to it, Jasmine.
My mic way down here. I ain't even saying that.
We heard you though.
Hold on. Can I get Garrison? Can you give me another drink first?
Yeah, y'all do that.
What? All right.
Hey, y'all. So, in light of the Anthony Edwards situation with Lil Baby's first baby mama, Aisha, and just how he basically said, your kid ain't gonna have no daddy or you gotta have an abortion. We were talking about it earlier. And basically, like, the conversation we started having and we wanted to bring to the pod was this idea of essentially how some of these men just be out here saying, like, oh, have an abortion. And really what we can do is prevent that anyway. So I think my thoughts on it more than anything is just what I just said, basically. Like, you can wear a condom and we ain't even got to worry about that because it seems like an easy fix, but it's not, because at the end of the day, like, abortion has a big toll on a woman. So
yeah, and also you don't want to find out how a woman feels about abortion in the moment.
Period.
Like you need to know before. And, you know, not to bring up politics, but a few things have happened, which is why I be telling dudes to be more aware. I'm like, yo, you just can't go get an abortion in state no more.
That's real.
You have to travel several states. It costs you a couple $100, maybe $1,000 to get you an abortion now. So
to at least get to the actual state.
That costs you money and time that you might not be able to get off work to get an abortion.
That's
today.
Real. That's real.
So,
I mean, my whole thing is, if you, and I've always said this as a man, like, and a lot of niggas don't agree with this, but if you don't agree with who you're laying down with on that possibility of you having a child, then why lay down with her in the first place?
Yeah, but a lot of dudes be thinking that,
like, because you
pussy is pussy.
You think with your little head and not your big head.
Yeah.
You got two heads on your body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think with your big head, you be like, all right, if I go in wrong, yeah, that shit feel way much better. We all know that. We grown.
Mm-hmm.
However, the consequences that come out of that is a child.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to have a child with her, you can't sit here and be like, oh, well, I didn't nut into you. Well, bitch, you got to go get an abortion. That ain't fair to her. Yo ass, you should have known. You should have known that shit. You should have known that shit before you lay down with her.
That's how I
Period.
feel about it. And it feels disrespectful. Like,
that shit disrespectful as fuck.
It is, because at the end of the day, like, go get an abortion. It's like, okay, you can take a pill. Do you know what that fucking pill do, fam? Like,
I promise it's a horrible process.
It's not a fun process.
And it's not even about it not being a fun process. And I get that, but it's more so it's disrespectful to yourself and the woman.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, you don't want to, you know all you want to do is get the pussy. If all you want to do is get the pussy, nigga, wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just never said that. Like,
period.
Yo, there's different condoms nowadays. Like you don't have to use a Magnum.
You can get a bear, nigga. You can get a bear skin.
Bro, listen, you can get the skin, which is latex free, because sometimes ladies are a little, adverse to the
They'll
latex.
dry out way faster.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, allergic.
You can get the bear skin and shit. It feel like the real thing, and you can bust all in that condom. You ain't even got to bust in her.
Yeah,
you ain't got to worry
like,
about having no damn kid and telling her to get a pill, telling her to go through no abortion, none of that shit.
Listen, my barbers back at home in Atlanta said always nut where you can see it.
Period. I ain't even mad at
Where
that barber.
Where the hell can you see it? Come on, kid, it's Katie.
Slaw. God damn it. But yeah, man, like I just feel that folks be reckless, man, and
too reckless, like with their reproductive systems and their reproductive health. I be telling it sometimes too. Women, we gotta protect our womb.
Hey, there it is.
Cause my thing is, I feel that. So yes, it does take two to tango.
It does.
But also,
definitely.
Because speaking from personal experience, yeah, it's been moments where we had a drunken night, but we about to get on. I'm like, hold on, let me get a condom. Like I'll literally be like, hold on, let me.
And it's the woman's responsibility to do that too, though, G.
Right. Cause like, what if it was the opposite where I was like, yo, come on, get on top. Like you should be like, hold on, where's your condom?
But you also,
you know what I mean?
Us as niggas, we also gotta have our head thinking. All right, look, our little head can be like, all right, bet.
Travel and everything.
Our little head can be like, bet, but at the end of the day, the big head can be like, shit, my pull-out game is strong.
Listen,
like,
everybody
nigga,
who I know,
hey, like I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Everybody know who, so they pull out. Guess what? They got one of them.
I second that. I had a baby off the pull out.
I done had not me.
I had a baby.
Not me. I done had some instances where I pulled out and I only got one, nigga.
Listen,
so you better know how to pull out, and when to pull out.
That's Russian roulette.
Listen. I have felt it raw, and I'm like, I see why people have kids. Because it's too hard to pull out sometimes.
It is too hard to pull out.
Thank you.
Good as hell.
But when you, hey, it's hard as hell to pull out. But when you discipline, you pull that shit out.
But here's the thing, and this is another.
Or you go, or you go get that plan B.
No. But here's the thing.
What do Kendra say?
This is why you have to be
peekaboo.
But you also have to be sexually responsible. So I am not about to. This is why you got to get to know motherfuckers before you start sleeping with them.
That part.
Because at the end of the day, if you got a nigga who's just willing to play the game and take that risk and do the pull-out method with you, 9 times out of 10, that nigga don't really have his shit together, and don't really have shit to lose. And so, when me as a female, I'm not about to fuck around with no dude who is just like, it happened what it happened. Now, granted, did I have a child off of a pull-out method? Yes, but that was the person that I was with for a very long time. We ended up getting married. We ended up having another child. It's a whole different ball game. But now that my life has changed in many different ways, I'm especially because we've grown now, I'm very mature in the sense of, if I sleep with somebody and I come over to their house and they ain't pulling on condom, I'm finna exit stage left. The same way as a man, if they come to someone's house and she's not asking, "Are you strapped?" Like, there's nothing.
So I got a question. I got a real life question.
Right, go ahead. Cause I got a question
too.
I'm glad you got
it. All right. Now I can ask my question. So you said a nigga gotta be on his shit, right? In order to basically say, I want to pull out. If I want to pull out, I'm not on my shit.
That's
right?
not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have to learn somebody before you go there. This is why motherfuckers get pregnant off of one night stands versus the people that are in long-term relationships.
So what if y'all been together for years? 2 years.
Like me.
What if y'all been together for 2? What if y'all been together for years and you're the type of woman, because there are women out here who don't want to take birth control, who don't want to get the IUD, and don't want to use condoms.
That's why you don't. Wait.
Hold on. There are women out there like that. There are situations where a woman don't want to take the birth control and they don't want to use condoms, and the nigga gotta be ahead of himself to be like, all right, I need to pull out or my woman gonna get pregnant.
Can I dive?
Can I
dive?
Are there not situations like that?
But I think even in that, I'm looking at you sideways, sis. Because what you want?
There you go, Jazz.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the female sideways in that situation as a female. Because again, I can't speak for nobody else.
Why you playing with fire?
That's what I'm saying. It is on
Yeah,
me
you're not
to
setting
protect
yourself
my
up
own
for a good
womb.
situation.
So if I'm saying I don't want to have a kid, but I also don't want you to wrap it up, what? You okay with potentially having a kid then?
But see,
that's the decision you're making.
That's the thing. You
by
know
default,
what the consequence is.
By default, that's the decision that's being made. So I can't even rock with that.
Everybody went through sex ed. Everybody knows.
That wasn't also my question.
And
that
you also can't be mad at
that came later. But I remember, Judge, you said something about, going to get an abortion and all of that is hard on the body, right?
It is.
So what about a plan B? Is that hard on the body?
Yes.
Too?
I mean, it's a surge
it's
of
not
hormones.
It's not as bad. Coming from a medical standpoint.
So y'all okay with it?
No, listen, that's not what I said.
No,
I take it from somebody who's been in the medical field for a very long time.
Need options.
Here's the thing. There are a plethora of options to abort a child if you see fit. However, they all come with consequences.
Right.
So if you're doing Plan B, 9 times out of 10, it's very early to term for you to be able to conceive. So that means sperm.
I think I got y'all. I got an answer for y'all, but
Stop.
I got an answer for y'all
though?
to do what y'all want to do without all that shit. I got it for y'all. Yeah, go ahead.
So egg
and for
sperm,
all the women that's out there.
Okay, so say I had intercourse with somebody
and the niggas too.
Stop. Say I had intercourse with somebody. This is the problem that men fail to realize, okay? You're not taking Plan B. You are not doing medical abortion. So even Plan B and medical abortion are two totally different things. Right. Plan B is aborting a child before it even forms in the womb, which means it has not traveled down the fallopian tubes into our uterus to be able to seed itself and do what it has to do. Mm-hmm. Okay?
That's true.
That's completely different. Now, when you're doing medical abortion, now that child has now seeded in there. We're like 4 or 5 weeks in. That means it's in the body. It now causes menstrual cramps that are beyond this world. It's a lot more on the body, hormonally and pain. Period. No real man coming from the Lord Jesus himself has experienced the pain that women have when it comes to childbirth. Okay?
Agreed.
And so when it comes to bearing a child, our hormones change tremendously. That's why we choose to not spaz, but we spaz anyway. That's why we have cravings. That's why we have, what's it called? When we have acne and everything else, so our hair grows tremendously at an exponential rate, more than what we would normally do on a regular basis. And so when we're having children and we decide to go ahead and let one fester in our stomach, in our womb, now when we choose to abort such a child, because it is a child, at the end of the day, now we suffer not only hormonally, but we suffer emotionally. It's a lot. But men can come, literally come, C-U-M, not C-O-M-E. They can come and they can be on their merry way. I'm so sorry, baby, that happened to you. I'm here for you. But them niggas can get up and go to work without having to worry.
But I also want to add to that, because that's why I put it on the women. And that's why I put it on us.
Correct.
Because it's nobody else's job to look out for our emotional well-being, our mental well-being, our physical well-being than us. Mm-hmm. And so when you get in these situations where it's like, I was effing on this nigga, right? I thought it was going to be a thing. I thought I was going to have a come up. And then you find out he don't want you to have a kid. That's on you too, sis. Like, we can't get mad at him and front him out when in actuality I laid down with you too, unprotected.
Correct.
Knowing I was exposing my womb to this.
Okay, so then let me put this with you though, Jasmine, because you as a counselor understand that the mind at a very young age is not mentally developed. Mm-hmm. Okay, and so yes, even though we have people, because I know as a teenager, my parents was like, don't fuck, use condoms, blah 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 blah, and I chose to do whatever the hell I wanted to do. That goes for a man, that goes for a woman, especially at an underdeveloped age mentally. As a woman who's not mentally developed and a man who is not mentally developed, then it's bound to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like to a certain degree it is, but it's respectfully, it's too much information out here. Like, I give nobody no passes. Even if they younger, nigga, you got TikTok, you got IG, you got all this other stuff you can get information from. It's there. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of what you do with it. And so I think, I don't know. You don't get a pass from me just because you young or in your early 20s or whatever the case may be. It might be harder to control your impulses, because I get that. But I think that it is bound to happen to a certain degree, but I also think we are responsible for ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's just, listen, we, you do have to ask yourself, hey, what if I do have a child with this person, right? Yeah. Like, are they a good parent?
Right.
Like, do I even know them enough to even think that way? Because I don't even know. Well, first of all, we haven't had that conversation.
Right. I don't even know you for real.
So it's like
that part.
To have a child with someone you don't even know for real is kind of like wild. But
it's the biggest risk you can take.
Yeah. So that's why, I mean, look,
in my opinion,
to me, all right, too short. I see.
Too short.
That's my boo.
Like,
what's my favorite word?
Like, in my opinion, it's you know what I mean. It is very preventable. Like, like niggas.
The fact that I knew it was.
Like, folks don't have to go raw, which would be killing me. I'm just like, wait, you went raw? But you know what I mean. It's just
out here playing Russian roulette, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, look, you gotta be careful. And like I mentioned earlier, like, stuff is different nowadays. You can't just get a plan B in the same state anymore. Like, you literally have to travel miles.
Yeah.
Like, you have to take off work.
Oh, that's sweet.
That is?
Yeah. That is sweetie.
Oh,
tap in.
But
I like how they doing like this regional thing. That's dope.
Yeah.
Hello, Golden State 6-5 too.
It is.
Yeah, we are watching the
The BBLs is crazy.
How do y'all feel about BBLs?
I've never gone under the knife, and I'm here for improvement, but adding or
what's kind of crazy because like BBLs actually went away now. Like,
it ain't my business. So.
Like, listen, like BBLs is like a thing of the past now.
Are they?
They are. Like people are on the O now.
Ozempic.
They are.
Ozempic.
Like, people are getting skinny now versus like getting thick.
True.
But this all happened within like a year or two.
Yeah, that's wild. That is very true.
Or people getting like the reverse.
Who is that, sweetie?
That's sweetie.
Yeah, people are getting like the
black hair threw you off. That's
the
what it was.
reverse BBL. Where they're getting it taken out.
Okay.
Yeah. So like,
so that's actually a good point, because maybe like, I guess trendiness, maybe like the BBL. I think my biggest issue with it was like how trendy it could be. Is that Ashanti? No, I'm tripping.
No.
Yeah.
I'm tripping like hell.
I don't know.
Who?
Oh, is that In Vogue?
Who are these old geezers?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Turn it up and we'll see.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That's In Vogue, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's In Vogue.
In Vogue. Okay, she look
Talking
good.
about old geezers. Get your ass on somewhere, G.
Free your mind and the rest will follow.
Nah, actually. Hey, listen, that's my speed right there.
Oh, so when I don't know what we was on. Never mind.
But the BBLs?
Nah, before that.
The abortion stuff.
Yeah.
So, how I feel about the whole Plan B thing.
Okay.
That's what we was talking about. The whole Plan B thing and shit like that. Like, it's warranted. I mean, people do it, but to me, if you lay down, and this has always been my strategy, not strategy, but this has always been my advice, and I tell all of my younger male cousins this shit: if you lay down with a woman and you don't strap up, you need to be ready for those consequences. Period.
All of them.
If you don't, if you ain't ready to be no, if you're not ready to be no parent, don't hit. Sorry, excuse my language, but don't hit that bitch raw.
Kurt.
But that's facts.
I mean, it's just facts.
Yeah.
Listen, I
didn't have raw sex until college.
Listen, I never shot the club up.
Ever in your life?
In my life.
You've never shot the club
I
up?
love that for you, man.
I love that for you, but
I'm too scared to do that.
30.
As you should. No, as he should. Until
Like-
he's ready to like put a ring on somebody's finger or
Well,
He
really
ain't
make a
ready.
true
He ain't
commitment
ready.
to somebody. then no.
Now you talking all that shit. He ain't ready to put no ring on no
listen,
finger
listen,
and
you
no
gotta-
finger because he would already did it by now.
So listen, you gotta think about it.
I need a shot.
Lay off my dog, bro. The boy is smart, okay?
Yeah, alright.
Go ahead and sip that beer. You if they're coughing, sip the beer to calm the cough a little bit. But
Here for the beer coming, guys. I'm
But,
just gonna let y'all know.
but yeah, like even when women say, "Oh, I'm on birth control," I'm like, "The fuck that mean?" Because oftentimes they forget to take the pill.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, I forgot. Or sometimes they got a little depot. Or something.
Or
Which
motherfucker,
actually
Or the
can't-
implant.
or you
Actually,
just
hit
or
the
you
ring,
just
but
know how to
she-
pull out,
she had to
nigga.
take the ring out.
And I hate to be the therapist here, but I gotta say this: we act like the only consequence of unprotected sex is pregnancy.
And it's not.
No, it's
So
not.
it could
And it's
literally be
not.
It could be anything.
like, and people don't
For
be
sure.
thinking about
It
that.
is-
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
ooh,
that's
just
true.
a
It could
kid.
be-
I'm like,
it
what
could-
the kid?
You mean just
Yeah,
a
you
kid?
can-
You
you
you're
can
dealing
understand.
with so much.
This the
Hey,
real.
don't
Even
nobody-
if it's something you can take and you can pop a pill, that shit still got to be reported to the health department.
Thank
Don't
you.
nobody-
It's still gonna be part of your
Don't
record.
nobody,
It's called
don't nobody
statistics,
gotta know
baby.
that you a
Like, seriously,
therapist
they
though.
are like that's like
They're literally
yeah.
building a case
Nobody
against
gotta
you.
know that you a therapist though.
But I understand.
I
But
got
it's like,
you.
Listen,
but
hey.
I worked in the medical field too for several years.
I feel it.
Yeah, that's how we met.
That's
I think
how we
we-
know that stuff. So it's
Listen.
like
Yeah,
literally,
for sure.
you don't take your pill, okay? That's
I
going
mean-
to the health department.
Hey, listen,
So your name on the list at that point.
watching Insecure, and when Lawrence had made them calls,
Man, what?
Yeah.
I had to do that before.
That's wild.
I said, "Hey, chlamydia, like but like you have to, like you literally have to do that.
You do, or the health department gonna do it for you.
Yeah.
And then it's a real uncomfortable conversation.
But the silver lining is yes, you can just take that pill, your stomach hurt for a little minute, don't have sex for a week, and then you're good.
Yeah, but it's
Like,
like
this shit
I think
zaps, but
that's
yeah.
the part we do forget too. We act like kids the only consequence of that. When it's
Yeah.
like you really playing Russian roulette with your life, my G. Like, yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I got a friend that
That's true.
she played the same way, Jazz, like played Russian roulette, and now she gotta live with a consequence that she can't get rid of.
Yeah.
You know, and so now like when she does date and she's been with the same guy for a very long time, you know, but she had to be very transparent in that, like, hey, I want to be cool with you and I want to rock with you, but I need you to know this.
Yeah.
That's a really uncomfortable conversation to have with somebody, and it happens.
Yeah.
And you would really hope that somebody
And a
who
lot of
does
this
have
stuff
that
don't
condition
come
will
of
be
it.
able to talk to you about it and be able to be transparent with you. But let's be calling the spade a spade. People don't do that.
But people also, again, this is where I'm like, the medical field, man. I'm sorry, but I gotta give it to you real.
Yep.
90% of people who got some of this stuff don't be knowing.
They don't
So they
know.
just out here
Because
doing
they don't go
X,
to the
Y,
doctor.
Z.
They don't ask. They don't get
But
checks.
the doctors also don't test for some of this stuff. Like
You have to ask for the panel.
But even if you ask for the panel, most places you go to get STD testing,
They give you the normal
The
shit.
regular.
That's what I'm saying. They give
You
you
have
the
to ask
regular
for
stuff.
the like
They
extra
don't.
stuff.
They
You
don't
have
give
to
you,
ask for
they don't- they don't
trichomonas. You have
they
to
don't
ask
give you
for
that high end. They don't give
They
you that
don't.
high end
They
testing unless you
don't.
ask.
Yeah.
Unless you say, "Hey, test me for HPV, test me
Right,
for
all of
HIV,
that,
Yeah.
all of
test
that.
me for AIDS." Like
Yeah.
they gonna give you the chlamydia and all this
Right.
bullshit that's at the bottom
No,
that they
right.
can
you gotta
cure.
find that
But
under
that
the radar
shit,
stuff.
the shit that's on like we talk
But
about
most
top
people
shelf
don't know
top
that.
shelf
Yeah.
liquors. They don't
Yeah.
test you for that
You're
top
right.
shelf shit.
But most people don't know that.
And
So
they
thinking
can
I'm straight,
and they
ain't
can
never
test you
been.
off the blood that you give them. They
That's
just
it.
don't pull that shit. Like
don't.
But I'm gonna tell you from also a person who's not only been in the medical field but been on the backside when it comes to the dollar. It costs more to be able to charge somebody to test for something for HPV because it's an outside
It's not a
test.
standardized test.
And then
Yeah.
it's not necessarily covered by your
And-
insurance.
Right, and it's not
so now
considered,
you're paying for it out of pocket.
it's not considered preventative.
Yep,
No.
it's not preventative at
Yeah.
all.
Cause like when I get my interview, like I'm like, yo, give me the blood panel, but also test me for, X, Y, and Z. And like I get my little bill from LabCorp. I'm like, damn, like $100 or $200 something. But
Yeah, it be expensive. But all that to say, like, for real, like, people don't be knowing. So it's like, I think when we had this conversation, that's also kind of reckless, too, to not say, it ain't just a kid you can get from this.
Yeah.
You can get all types of stuff from this stuff.
Definitely.
So you protecting your womb and your life, like, for real.
yeah.
And all be all, y'all.
But I'm off my
for those, for those who are on the pod and that are listening, like, it's really important to be able to protect yourself. Not only for your partner,
Queen Jazz.
To protect yourself.
Jazz got this. She got this damn crown on.
What you do is what you do, but you make sure you protect
she
yourself.
Her little high horse and shit.
Go to the doctor. It's important. Ask for a test. There are a plethora of STIs and STDs that are out there. Do your research. Make sure who you messing with is somebody that's legit.
See their papers.
Make sure they got a PCP first of all.
That part. They got a PCP. Make sure that they take care of themselves. If somebody put you in the bedroom and they not pulling out no condom, baby, exit stage left. Same way for my brothers out there. If Shawty is like, we don't need one, don't do it.
Unless y'all rocking like that.
No, and even if y'all rocking like that, because you never know. Shawty gonna be outside.
Listen. No. I agree. I definitely. Hold on, for real. Hold on.
Here's my point. If you are rocking with somebody and y'all trusting each other to that point where you done seen their papers, y'all been transparent,
and I agree. I agree with Jazz on that.
Nope.
If that's what
I agree with.
I disagree.
People are doing.
If that's,
I mean, listen.
That's what y'all two people
I disagree.
So to piggyback off that,
I disagree.
Oh gosh, you said piggyback.
To second that notion.
Okay, there we go.
I agree with her in this sense.
How so?
If y'all are rocking like that, y'all are rocking to the point where if something happens, we know that we went through this shit together. And we're going to go through this shit together because we've seen each other papers. Right. So we already know that blah 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 blah. Now if somebody's cheating, that's different.
Cool.
Right.
Glad you said that.
However, the thing is, we seen each other papers, so we're rocking with each other. We are rocking with each other tough enough to say,
based
I
off
seen
that.
your papers, you seen my papers. Yeah. So that's all I can go off of.
So here's what I'll say that.
I mean, I trust you.
Here's
at this point in time, I trust you.
Here's what I'll say.
Right, if I don't trust you, I'm not gonna lay down with you raw.
Period. So here's what I'll say with that in closing, and it's a saying that we say in the finance industry: trust but verify.
So if it's verified on paper, what else can you do?
Regardless of the fact, trust but verify, because
what else can you verify?
Because
what
also,
who are you verifying? Because that's HIPAA. You can't call nobody.
I disagree.
You can't call nobody. So who the fuck you verifying?
No.
Bro, you can't call nobody.
Yeah, but also too,
I disagree.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, we know niggas who are rocking with someone who still cheat.
But that's the point.
But you can't go off the cheating. All you can go off of is what they present to you in your face.
So I'm just supposed to distrust somebody that's
if I ain't caught you cheating, how the fuck I'm supposed to be like, oh, you can if I have not caught you, if I have not caught you cheating,
don't let all your guard down just because you trust somebody.
No, I get that, but
that's all I'm saying.
If you've been with them if you can't let your guard down because you trust them, well, why the fuck are you with them? So let me ask you. I don't want to get too personal, but I'm going to get too personal. When you first started trusting a nigga, did you let him hit you raw? Yes or no?
When I first started trusting him?
When y'all first said, this my nigga, this my girl, I trust you, I love you.
No.
So when did he first hit you raw? Before y'all got married?
Yes.
And did you trust? And did you trust him at that time?
I trusted him at that time.
That's what we're saying.
Right.
Now, when he cheated on you, that's a whole total different conversation. We're not talking about that. Same way. Right. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the initial trust. I trust you. I love you to know that you're not gonna do this to me.
I give you that benefit.
I can hit you raw. You cheat on me. I can't trust you no more.
Right.
That's two total different conversations.
That's what I'm saying. It's two conversations.
Okay, so where is the gray area then? Because
the gray area,
let's call it spade a spade. There is a gray area. There is, because humans are humans, and niggas is gonna cheat and bitches is gonna cheat.
So the gray area don't come until somebody cheat.
But it sounds like, and I think that's another conversation. If I'm showing up to a relationship with a gray area, why the fuck am I here? Because either I trust you or I don't.
It's either I trust you or I don't. There is no gray area.
Sidebar, people, I am no longer married.
There's no.
I am no longer married.
And I'm gonna say this shit from a married nigga from a nigga who used to be married. Like, there's no gray area in love. It's either I love you or I don't. There's no gray area in trust. Either I trust you or I don't. Yeah. You fuck with that, I don't fuck with you no more. Right. Period.
Yeah.
There's no gray area in that. Stop trying to put a gray area in trust. Like, oh yeah, that nigga used to cheat on me, but he don't cheat on me no more. No, stop that shit. That's why niggas go through the shit they go through now. If once a cheater, always a motherfucking cheater. Period.
Okay.
If I trust you to
right.
a certain degree, I don't trust you.
Right.
You right.
Period.
And if I stop trusting you, why the fuck am I still with you?
That part.
Okay. But as we know, like we know people, right? Like
People's gonna be people.
We know who we get involved with. And what I'm saying
people change.
So yeah, so all right, so let me just preface this. I do agree, like, yes, if you do trust someone, of course, you're gonna trust that they entrust your health with them. But, you know, all I'm saying is just don't throw everything just out of, you know, caution, right? Like,
Damn,
don't,
Kevin Hart little as hell.
bro, that nigga like a midget.
Okay, y'all.
Sorry.
But
We
anywho,
still love you.
this was a good topic. Let's close out with Love It.
What's up?
Let's
That is a horrible head. Oh my god.
that man like the Riddler.
He look like the bros, bro.
The problem is,
He is- wait,
hold on.
no, wait,
Shut
No,
up.
Chuck is not the bros.
Okay, I guess one he was.
Is he?
He not a cute.
No, moving on.
Shaq is a bro.
Moving on.
Hey,
It's the fact that they passed the hat over Kevin Hart. It's crazy.
What? Moving on to me. What about me?
Hey, bro, we got a thing to talk about, man. You said you was okay with sharing, but you know,
Sophie over there like
as a
Sophie, I shouldn't do it. Don't do it.
I mean, listen, don't give it up how you want to, because you like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, nigga, have some restraint.
All right, what's the question, nigga? What?
Literally.
Give me the fucking question. Shit.
Well, now it's official. You know, you are divorced now. Can you tell us that situation as a young adult? Because just for context for the listeners, how old are you?
Old.
Don't do that.
What are you doing?
We the same age.
I'm 30. I'm 33. I'll be
Okay.
34 in in 6 months.
When did you get married?
I got married at the age of 27.
Okay. All right. 27. Okay. I was there at your wedding.
Okay.
It was a beautiful wedding. How much did you spend on the wedding, by the way? I'm just curious.
How much what?
How much did you spend on the wedding?
Who cares?
Actually, that kind of matters.
Does it?
It does.
How so?
Because, like, did you recoup that?
Fuck no.
See, that matters.
It don't, because I didn't spend shit on my wedding. I got married in the backyard.
Let me say this since we in the nitty gritty. Since you finna get me started, now you finna get me started.
Well, no, but like
no.
Like, people need to hear that though.
You got me started now.
All right, all right, go ahead.
I spent more divorcing.
So
it's cheaper to keep her, they say.
So
I spent more on the divorce than I did on the damn wedding.
So basically, this wedding cost you way more than what you got from it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, just marriage in general.
Sounds about right.
And
Ballpark, what, about 40, 50, 60?
what? Oh no, hell no. The wedding was only like 18,000.
Really?
Yeah.
At that spot?
That's a steal, really.
I mean, granted, it was pre-pandemic, but like you had that venue, and it was like, well, you had to cater from local people.
I had a TSU caterer, so she fucked with me.
Okay, but still, though, it was like 100-something people.
Nigga, it was like
I wasn't invited to that wedding.
300 some
Just
people.
let y'all know.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Once
saying.
again,
Like,
I was not
it was a big
invited
wedding.
to that wedding.
I'm about to say, it was a 300-piece wedding for.
I was upset.
See,
No, you
like
wasn't.
the normal
I
wedding to
was.
me is like
I
30
saw
to
him on
like.
If I
Instagram.
get married again, I'll invite you.
You
but
better.
I'm not
Would
getting
you
married.
would you have a
better.
wedding though for your second marriage?
It depends on who the person is.
Okay.
If she's a woman who ain't got married before and wants to get married, wants a full blown wedding, I'll give it to her.
Okay.
If she's somebody who has been married before and be like, I don't want that shit,
Then yeah.
we just gonna take our ass out of the country and invite our friends to come kick it with us. So it just really depends.
All right. Okay. Let's go.
I just really hope that I get an invitation. That's all.
But to answer your question,
well, also too,
shameless plug.
We do have another divorcee in the building as
hey.
well. We got Soph to the right of me. So
yep.
We have it from the male and female perspective.
Mm-hmm. What you want to know?
Well, love it. You was about to say something. Go ahead. I didn't want to cut you off. Because you said, I got you. Yeah, hey, she got to cut that off.
It's not really,
calling people, please.
It's not really picking up either, so.
You said I got you riled up, so go ahead. Go off, King.
I ain't gonna go off because.
Well, don't go off because I don't want you to.
So the crazy thing is going off will mean that I'm not over it.
Correct, and she ain't worth the energy.
Are you over it?
I am.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. That's good.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask a question. What as somebody who has navigated through that, right? Like, you know, you got married young, you know, have now gotten divorced, see the financial impact of that, feel like you spent more on the marriage than you got out of it. What are like your biggest lessons, takeaways that you think could help other people who might be either in similar situations or might be thinking about getting married or divorcing? Like, just what are your like biggest takeaways that you think could help others?
I would say this. I would say when you're going through the dating stages with this person that you are talking to, that you ask the right questions. And those right questions,
and I say that too.
And those right questions is not the questions that you think you need to ask.
Could you give us like an example, like maybe one or two?
So both of y'all can be coming in as don't have kids. Mm-hmm. Y'all need to know parenting styles.
Okay,
that's good.
If each of you don't know what each other parenting styles are, it's gonna cause friction when you have a kid, you adopt a kid, whatever the case is, because now I think one way, you think another way.
That's good.
One thing you definitely need to talk about is, I won't say money management is one.
Money doesn't matter,
but money, period. Like.
Yeah.
Not necessarily money management, because you can learn how to manage money. But just what do you think and how do you feel about money in general?
Yeah,
because some people look at money as a chore, but some people look at money as a thing that I need to go get to make my family this. And as a child of God, I don't need money. I want money.
Yeah.
All I need is God.
Yeah.
That's two. Now that I brought God into this, you got to be on the same page spiritually. You got to make sure you always be on the same page spiritually. And I will say, that's one conversation me and my ex-wife did not have. We did not have a spiritual talk. Like, I kind of assumed she was where I was because of her dad, because her dad is a pastor. But we never went into detail about that. Which is why now my daughter, we go to church every Sunday. Well, every Sunday she's with me. She don't go to church when she with her mama. So she knows the church from me. You know what I'm saying? So she's gonna get that. She's gonna get that church feel, that church sense, all of that. She's gonna get that from me at the end of the day. And that's nothing she can, and that's on me. I take accountability for that, because as a man that's supposed to lead, one thing that I'm supposed to make sure that I lead in is in the religious category. So I take that.
Yeah. I think that what you said though is really good stuff, because I think that there's wisdom you can get even from failure, right? Or
for sure,
like stuff that doesn't always go well. And I don't think this is a different topic. I know how I can get, but we don't always take the time to look at our L's and like learn from them. You know, I know this is a newer thing that I've started doing too. So I appreciate what you shared because I think that what you share can help me, and will be something that helps to change how I date or how I move forward. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's when you and I don't think people understand the importance of dating.
Yeah.
Like when we date based off our feelings, and I get that. Dating based off our feelings, dating based off our feelings is one thing, but we gotta date based off of what's important.
Yeah.
For what's going to come.
Our values.
Period. Yes.
That's
like
good.
you have to date for what's important. Like parenting styles, like money, like how you manage money, like the things that we know that kills relationships, that kill marriages. Like I get it. Like not having sex with somebody might kill a marriage, but that's because something else before that killed everything that made me not sexually attracted to you no more.
Yeah.
Just like my pastor said the other day, you have to decode the other stuff that it comes down to. Maybe the real problem is insecurity. You might be insecure with something, and because you're insecure with something, I'm not sexually attracted to you no more, so I'm gonna go get it from somebody else.
Yeah. So when you said not asking the right questions, I'm like, because I tell people that for advice just with dating, because I feel like we do miss the ball on not asking the right questions up front and then being surprised later. Because look, my thing is, if you want to know, my thing is ask, because you don't want to just assume, kind of like what happened in your situation, because we all know what happens when you assume, right? So
makes an ass out of you and me.
Well, that situation is something totally different. So, like, that's on half of that is on me, because I definitely should have asked.
Yeah, but
at the same time, because at the same time, I have a female best friend. So any female that meet me and date me, and I say I got a female best friend, you don't gotta ask whether or not we used to date or not, because I'm gonna tell you that shit up front. I'm gonna be like, this my
have you slept with that best friend?
Huh?
Did you ever sleep with that best friend?
No.
Have you ever been in a relationship with that best friend?
No.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
And I will tell you that up front.
But I think sometimes,
and you don't have to ask me that.
Yeah, I think sometimes, like, just keeping it a buck, I think sometimes we either be too scared to ask the questions we need to ask, because we don't want to hear the answer because we like this person and we don't want no reason to disqualify them. And the other side of that too is I think people are afraid to be honest about what the hell they got going on
because they're scared of the repercussions.
Because of the shame. Because it's what I'm saying. They want both. They want what they want. I'm trying to protect myself. So it's like, I think it's just when people be like, folks out here dating with masks, like, this shit be real. Like, when I tell people the way that I date, like, a lot of women, where I'm like, I be out here trying to see if I can be friends with these niggas. Like,
yeah,
I ain't trying to be out here to be like, could he be the one? Could he be the one? I'm just literally getting to know a person, because I know Jasmine and I know what compliments Jasmine. And so they be like, oh, you can date multiple people at one time? Yeah, because I'm not having sex with them. And I'm literally getting to know people. That's what dating is. So it's
dating don't mean you having sex with them.
Exactly. People be talking to people when you fucking like, dating just mean dating really means you're just dating. You're going on dates. You're trying to get to know who this person is.
Equal sign is gathering information.
All that to say, I feel like because of that, there's people in my circle that look at me like something is wrong, or like I'm a unicorn because I date that way. It's like, I would be forgetting. One of my friends literally told me a few weeks ago, she was like, I would be forgetting a nigga name if I dated more than one. And it's like, they people, that's my mentality. So I think
now to you.
But that's what I'm saying. All that to say is like, it's interesting to see. And I think that because I date that way, it's easier for me to ask the questions. And it's easier for me to be open about things. So now to
now out to you, not on the dating tip, but just asking your friends, what are y'all dating requirements? Because if you forgetting a nigga name, then are you dating him to have sex?
She said that her friends forget the names, not her.
Or are you dating him to actually date? Because you shouldn't meet and date somebody and forget their name. Because
I think in that context,
if you are interested in dating this person, I'm not forgetting your name.
But I think in that context, it's more so like, a lot of women, we as women are socialized to date, and when we do, most of us showing up dating a nigga with the wedding plan in our head. We already got a wedding in our head. We just trying to pick somebody who
that's
can fit
over
there.
with.
And so because of that,
that's real.
but I think
that's real.
But I think because of that,
Eggs and baskets.
if I'm dating more than one people, everybody can't be my husband. So I like him more, so I remember him more. So it's like the emotions and all of that stuff. To your point, we can't like date people because we like them and our emotions. I think that's the context. And I ain't gonna even sit here and be like, I'm above it. I'm not. That had to be broken out for me. Like, I had to go through a period of literally just being single for a beat and working on Jasmine and seeing what was going on with me.
She did
and in doing that, like, it changed how I date. So now I show up and I show up differently because of that. But we got to be deprogrammed. Just like dudes got to be deprogrammed to a certain degree, I think, when it comes to dating. Yeah. Where it's like, I can't be vulnerable. I can't be this. Like, I was listening to a conversation the other day. I think it was like in a church, like maybe a sermon or like a panel or something. But they were talking about like how women basically will say like when a man expresses his feelings, he's being sassy. And it's like we don't fully understand the impact of like being men aren't socialized to be vulnerable and be open. So like we got a little boy who grew up saying suck it up. He gets in a relationship, we want him to be vulnerable, and then we shutting the nigga down when he's showing his feelings. And it's like the most counterintuitive thing. But anyway.
So real quick, I do really appreciate you saying that. Oh. And actually acknowledging that. And like I know you got a heart out. And we also about to wrap up. So go ahead, love it, go ahead.
All right. So I'm gonna unpack what she just said before we wrap this shit up.
Like a condom.
Yes, wear a condom. That is advice number one. But I will tell any young males that are listening to this, definitely express your feelings.
It's okay to feel.
And the reason why I say that is because your feelings are valid, regardless of how she feel. Your feelings are valid. Because at the end of the day, can't no party, man or female, tell the other person how to feel. So you have to express your feelings. But let's go back to what she was just saying. And I'm saying this from a standpoint of where I've been over the last couple of months. I have been expressing my feelings, and
you a sassy nigga, bro.
No, he's not.
No, I ain't no sassy nigga.
I'm joking.
Hey, I'll express my feelings, and I don't give a fuck about it.
Me too. Real quick, in a heartbeat.
But what I'm saying is, I would express my feelings, and over the last year or so, well, actually 2 years, 3 years, well, even with my ex-wife, I would express my feelings, and I would feel like my feelings ain't heard. But guess what? I'm here to tell you that your feelings are heard. It might not be heard from the person that you expressing them to, but it's heard. Because at the end of the day, you got to be in tune with yourself to know what your feelings are.
That's real.
Yep.
So when you express your feelings to them, you expressing your feelings to yourself.
That's real.
And you able to feel that and navigate through that, and that's all you need to do.
That's real.
I ain't gonna lie. That's why people cheat.
Yep.
That is why people cheat.
Like,
correct.
Whenever you get express
your feelings
to someone who can hear you.
Man, oh man, it's the floodgates open.
It's a wrap. Hey, Will.
Love it out.
Will said, "Love, matter of fact, you about to be on future episodes from here on out. You about to be on future episodes."
All right, that's cool.
But
you gotta show up though. Love it.
Any last words before we wrap up?
Man, you better stop that shit,
really
Sophie.
Expressive. I think this was great.
Yeah, that was good.
Stop that shit.
I love you, love it though.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You know I do.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I think this was really expressive. I think this was a really deep podcast today, and I appreciate all the listeners for tuning in. And
Yeah, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Jasmine over here yawning and shit. She her little
old
ass ready to go to sleep.
Little
old short ass ready to go to sleep. She ain't even got to work tomorrow. She been sipping the non-alcoholic wine.
No,
and she over here yawning and shit.
She been drinking the what is it?
The non-alcoholic wine, and she over here whining and shit.
And 2 things for certain. My girl works hard.
She been drinking
one thing for sure. I fuck with my Bama nigga though, for sure.
But you know what though? One thing I love about a woman too, especially at this age. Like one thing I love about a woman.
I fuck with my Bama nigga though, but you know I gotta talk shit. That's what. We always do that.
Hey, listen, the best feeling, especially like dating. Hey, the best feeling dating at like this age is being old with somebody. Like, hey, I'm like, look, it's 9 o'clock. Like, I'm tired. They're like, shit, me too. I'm like, oh shit, for real?
Let's
go to bed. Hey, let's fucking lay down. Goddamn.
Right, I see you.
All right.
Next time.
All right. Like, look. We be out. It be 7:30. I'm like, you ready to go?
We killing a day party. Cool.
You ready to go? Shit, me too.
Cool. Killing a day party. Be home by 9 o'clock and in bed. We love to see it.
Limelight.
Man,
I miss Limelight. I miss Limelight so much.
Limelight was dangerous though. It was. Wait,
love you, Jazz.
You here doing Limelight days?
No, I used to visit when Limelight was open.
Oh, okay, cause
I lived in Memphis when Limelight was open.
She did live in Memphis when Limelight was like there.
It was a friend of mine. Excuse me. It was a friend of mine who
Peekaboo. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for listening.
This was good.
This is good. Remember, it's okay to feel. We got some real life experience. You gotta feel to heal. Matter of fact, that might be the name of the episode. Feel to heal. But until next time, we are out. Peace.